Koinant, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And in my last video, I talked about how I think 2020 is going to be a pivotal year for South Africa, when the wheels could absolutely fall off. Now, there are many senior ANC leaders who think that Cyril Ramaphosa is doing a very good job of achieving this on his own. And I'll tell you why. Some senior ANC leaders have accused President Cyril Ramaphosa of working with external parties to collapse the governing party, that being the ANC, and to replace it with a centre-right coalition led by him after the 2024 general elections. They claim the president and his business allies were going out of their way to privatise state-owned enterprises and destroy black-owned companies funded by the Public Investment Corporation, or PIC, as part of a bigger plot to turn voters against the ANC in favour of a coalition of almost all opposition parties except for Julius Malema's EFF. This comes as the government this week placed cash-strapped national carrier South African Airways under business rescue. 4 ANC National Executive Committee members, or NEC members, told the Sunday Independent that the party's top 6 officials confronted Ramaphosa at a meeting 2 weeks ago about his alleged negative attitude towards black-owned companies and the use of the PIC to destroy them. ANC National Spokesperson Pule Mabe and Treasurer General Paul Mashatile did not respond to requests for comment. Ramaphosa's spokesperson Kusela Diko yesterday referred all queries to the ANC. She said, "I do not speak on ANC matters. Please may I request that you speak to the ANC spokesperson." Xolani Dubi, a political analyst at the Xubera Institute, said he was aware of murmurings within the ANC about the Ramaphosa's alleged working with outsiders to collapse the governing party. He said the root of unhappiness with Ramaphosa's presidency within his own party was a perception that he ruled at the behest of the mining energy complex, a clique of powerful and wealthy families in the country, including the Oppenheimers and the Ruperts. "It's not even a centre-right, but a right-wing coalition," Duby said. Remember that there was a plan of 2017 where the ruling elites wanted the EFF and all the opposition parties to form a government of coalition. He said they tested that model in Tshwane, Nelson Mandela Bay and Johannesburg, and they noticed that this coalition was not working for them because the decisions were not made quicker and there was so much confusion. The sources claimed that the plan to kill the ANC entailed the following: sign all long-term Eskom, South African Airways and Transnet contracts this year or by early next year. Sell off state assets to pre-selected private partners. Put South African Airways into business rescue and eventually terminate all its contracts. Sell South African Airways to either Etihad Airways or a European airline. Take control of key development finance institutions such as the National Empowerment Fund, or NEF, the Development Bank of South Africa, or DBSA, and the Industrial Development Corporation, or IDC, through allies to redirect funds. Starve the ANC of resources by not awarding state contracts to black business persons who are its main funders. Charge or use state institutions to investigate political opponents to keep them busy with criminal cases and subsequently to financially constrain them. Elevate Ramaphosa above the ANC so that if the ANC lost support, he could emerge as the undisputed leader of the centre-right coalition of opposition parties, excluding the EFF, after the 2024 general elections. Destroy independent media and the Public Protector's Office, take full control of the media, and drive a single and positive narrative about the country and its leaders, and make sure there is no mass-based movement that can challenge the new hegemony. A senior ANC leader who supported Ramaphosa at Nasrec accused the president's business allies of pushing him to adopt economic policies that were opposed to those of the governing party. The NEC member said, "We are selling everything now. By the time we wake up, we would have nothing to show as a country. We will have only Luthuli House." Another NEC member claimed he was lied to about the economic trajectory. They denied that they planned to sell any state-owned enterprises. Now they want to destroy Independent and the Public Protector because they have shattered the myth of Cyril Ramaphosa as a corruption buster and his New Dawn administration as the fighters of state capture. ANC sources said Mashatile led the charge against Ramaphosa at a meeting of the party's top 6 officials a fortnight ago. He was supported by Deputy President David Mabuza, Secretary General Ace Magashule, and his deputy Jesse Duarte. Chairperson Gwede Mantashe is said to have defended Ramaphosa, saying it was unfair to accuse him of using the PIC to destroy black-owned companies, because the asset manager had its board and managers who operated independently. The source said, "Paul is the one who raised the issue, saying the president needed to explain to the top 6 what was happening, because there was a view out there that he has a negative attitude towards black businesses, and that he used the PIC to destroy them." The president said he was not involved with PIC matters at all. Ace, Didi and Jesse supported Paul, while Gwede came to the president's defense. In recent weeks, Magashule and Duarte have been critical of the PIC publicly. Last week, Magashule lambasted the PIC, saying in an opinion piece that there was more of its spurious liquidation application against Segunjalo independent media than meets the eye, because it made very little effort to tackle companies like Steinhoff, which costed billions. 2 weeks ago, Duarte accused the government asset manager of targeting Segunjalo. On Thursday, South African Airways appointed business advisor and turnaround specialist Alez Mattison as its business rescue practitioner. It received 4 billion rand from the government after filling the voluntary business rescue, which is an insolvency protection mechanism. Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan said that the existing lenders would provide 2 billion rand while National Treasury would cover the balance. Gordhan said, "It must be clear that this is not a bailout. This is the provision of financial assistance in order to facilitate a radical restructure of the airline." Weighing in on the government's decision to place South African Airways under business rescue, Malema said this week and accused Ramaphosa of trying to sell the public assets to his friends. He said, "Every little thing that we have as South Africans, which we are proud of, this man is going to sell them to his white friends, and that will be his legacy." Malema said this on Gauteng talk radio station, Power FM, adding that the state-owned enterprises like Eskom, Denel, and the airport company South Africa, or ACSA, awaited the same fate. Wits economic professor Chris Malakani said the government's decision to put South African Airways under business rescue and privatization in general was unlikely to yield positive results because it was a superficial way of dealing with the problem. And of course, we all know the basis of the problem is black economic empowerment. It is killing South Africa. Anyway, Malakani said, but the big thing that needs to be done is to unwind the contracts that have locked South African Airways to an unsustainable financial situation and to review the country's aviation policy to ensure that South African Airways as a national carrier occupies a national space and a national market for it to be sustainable. Then he added that the government officials must also be compelled to use South African Airways to fly. All right. South Africa is going to be going through a huge amount of change, and I think it's going to start next year. I can't see how the situation with the municipalities going right down to the base level, can get any better. I think it's going to become absolutely critical in those areas, and I think we're going to see that becoming self-evident in the next few months. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video, please share this video, and above all, stay safe.